So this is the fabric that I am going to use to make my little baby granddaughter, she's just turning 1, a little baby doll blanket to go with a baby doll cradle that we're sending her. Isn't that beautiful fabric? This is about 15 by 24, and I've cut 2 thicknesses of it. It's on the fold down here. I kind of wasn't intending to have it on the fold, but it is. And I've got a very thin bit of batting here that I'm going to put in the middle because I'd like to kind of quilt it, not hand quilt it, I'm just going to machine quilt it. I wanted to do some lace around the edge, but I don't have enough lace. I'm going to go to the thrift store today. If I find anything, I'll do that. I may just have a blunt edge border. We'll see. Hello everybody, this is Mary Catherine at My Own Little House, and welcome to my channel. Today's little video, I am going to finally look at this scary jar that's been sitting in my studio since, what does it say? Since the 20th of March this year. And look what it says, AFM, lichen. So this is an ammonia fermentation method. But at first I did this every day. I would shake it, and about once a week I would pop the top and let some air get in, but I've kind of neglected it for quite a while. There's lichen in here. There's ammonia in here. I don't know if I put water in there. Probably part water. And you're supposed to let it sit for 16 weeks or something, 4 months. Mine's gone a little long. This is to dye some wool, and I do have plenty of white wool. I guess this is also to be, this is not ready to spin, but it's clean. I wonder if I should dye all of it. The goal is to find a lichen that when you ferment it in ammonia, that it will turn purple or pink. Now, I think this is purple. I haven't looked at it in quite a while. Maybe. No, let me take a little paper towel, stick it in there. Sometimes they're just brown. Yeah, that looks pretty brown. I might not do too much of this wool because I don't want to use up really good wool in a dye. I know it was purple at one point. I don't know why it's not purple now. Maybe because I left it too long. We'll see. Okay, let's go stick this in a pot somewhere. So I'm going to use this little bit of wool, and this is Kent Romney top. And this is from the Woolery. So I'll be putting that in there, and then I think I'll take maybe half of this. I think these are those long golden locks that I used to have, and I'll put some of it in there. Even if all I get is a brown, I'll be pleased because brown has been something I've struggled to get as a color. So we'll see. Oh, and I will be adding some alum to the wool in its little soaking bath as a mordant. My lichen. You can certainly smell the ammonia, but it's not too strong. I'll have to add water to this to fill out the dye bath. I think I will press this down. Well, while that dye bath is slowly warming up, and while the wool is soaking in its little bath too, I want to show you what I'm spinning right now. Do you remember this lovely spun single? This is all the pastel colors from a lot of these are all natural dyes that I did, and you can see the kind of preponderance of oranges from all the lichen. I think I've also got some daffodil in there. I've got some dock. I've got some black beans. So I've started spinning the other single. This is going to be a new bobbin here. And I'm starting with the dock, which I did add some acid dye to because I just didn't get much from the dock. But you can see how pale green it is here. But look what it looks like on the bobbin. It's really much brighter there. Just a deeper green. So I just love spinning this stuff because when you do concentrate the fibers with that twist, the color gets deeper. The next color after the dock is red onion. Now this is a wool that has a very long staple length, longer than the previous dock wool. I think the wool I used with the dock might have come from a store in Newbern. Where this one came from, I don't know. I might put notes at the bottom of the screen or put links to my videos where I did this dyeing so that we can all remember. And there is a close-up of the red onion. Now I've moved on to my next to the darkest orange lichen. I really love this color. It's a beautiful pumpkin-y orange. Here it is as I'm spinning. It actually looks a little darker than that in real life. And then here it is on the wheel. So there's my 3 colors so far. Okay, let's just put this little bit of wool in here first. See what we get. I'm gonna let it sit in there. It's kind of back down to room temperature now. And the dye bath is not very warm either. It's just slightly warm. I'm gonna go get my little wooden spoon and press that in there. Now I do want to get I want to get it a little bit warm so that it will kind of hold its warmth for a bit. And then I'm going to take it off the fire and set it outside. The ammonia does smell just a little bit, and I'm about to cook supper, so I don't want that smell in the kitchen. But I've got a nice lid to put on top. And I'm going to let it sit in this dye bath for a while. See if I can get the most that I can out of it. And then I'll put the other wool in second and see kind of at the exhaust bath and see what we get from that. Okay, well, I'm back from tending to that dye bath. Now, the next one I'm working on my spinning wheel is the 4th color is black bean. And I was warned by people on various dye groups on Facebook, this is a fugitive dye. It's not a real dye. It's going to fade. It won't stay blue. And of course, this has turned to gray. And it's a beautiful kind of light steely gray. This yarn is most definitely yarn that I got from my brother. I think this is his Cheviot. It is very, very springy. I turned it into nice little roll-lags, but they're just puffy as can be. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but, you know, here's that light gray color here, but when you spin it, it definitely has a baby blue tone. Now, that blue, I'm sure, will fade. I guess it's just there because I've spun it and kind of concentrated those fibers again. But it's very interesting to see that blue there. You can see it in contrast to the green. All right, color number 5. This is daffodil. Now, this is some Jacob fleece, and if it's Jacob, I think I probably ordered that from the woolery because I think it's definitely not something, it's not a raw fleece I process myself because this roving is long. So I either bought this wool in Newbern at the store there, or I ordered it from the woolery, and I think all the Jacob came from the woolery. So beautiful pastel yellow. Here it is on the wheel. Very pretty. It's actually all of these colors, except for maybe that dark orange, all of them are a bit deeper here on the wheel. I decided to work on one more color. This is yellow onion. Now it says first yellow onion, which means that this is not one of the exhaust baths. This was the first dip into that dye. I do believe this is probably Shetland because the staple length is longer, and it's in a nice puffy, chubby rolag like I tend to make. So here's the color. It's not as dark as that other lichen. And when you look on the bobbin, you can see the stark difference in color between that deep pumpkin lichen, and this is still kind of orange, just different. Beautiful. It's kind of a brownie orange. They're all just lovely. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed that. I've already, if you look over my shoulder right there, I've already come up with a new plan for that fiber that didn't respond to the ammonia bath. So, and I'm using Jenny Dean's wonderful book to dye this Kent Romney, and I think that is Shetland. Okay, and I've also got another dye bath on the stove and one out in the garden, so there's a little dyeing in our future. See you next time. Bye-bye.